https://youtube.com/@britneymitchell1996 C equals Rs 93 G6N0882 SM2X. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Step slower out there all game.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Third is Chris Paul.
He showed such tremendous defensive instincts. Trust me, nobody wanted him guarding them last year.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Conley, the pass to Gasol. Over Jordan. And again, Memphis no good.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Paul for three, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Now here's Allen. Randolph passes to Allen. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randolph.
Quickly striking inside. Allen wanted that close range look.
Edwards with it. He has 7. Driving in. Excellent D there from Allen. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Carter dishes to Allen. Back to Carter. Randolph against Pierce. Shot clock at 6. Gasol, a screen on Edwards. Here's Allen. And it's Paul Pierce with the rebound. On offense, here are the Clippers. Big stretch here going 10-2. Edwards, good. Edwards got 9.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Allen outside. Pass to Gasol. Conley for 3. And Pierce pulls it down. Los Angeles leading by 8. Ball finds Edwards. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layups.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Wallace is checked in for Gasol. Reed comes in for Zach Randolph. Parsons checked in for Vince Carter. And Daniels subbed in for Allen. Now here's Conley. Still without a basket. Left side, Parsons. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Paul passes to Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And Parsons kicks to Conley. In the corner, Daniels. A 3-ball. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Memphis. Down by 12. Parsons passes to Daniels. Here's Conley. Spates with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates.
Substitution for your Grizzlies.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Pass to Davidson. Just 5 on the clock. Reed kicks to Parsons. Hits it from three-point range. Parsons got it back down to within single digits for the Grizzlies. Outside Edwards. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Pass to Davidson. Parsons right side. And here's Reed. Three-pointer, Daniels. That shot off. Great D that time from Edwards.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Sinks the triple.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Back to Parsons. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Daniels from outside. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution for your Grizzlies. Zach Randolph. Tony Allen.
Clippers leading by 14. The season is still so young, but Greg, how much do these teams know each other at this point of the year?
Kevin, you're still learning the new plays and terminology and possibly teammates. The first few weeks are huge for the chemistry and trust of the team. And the foundation, that's been set all season long.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. Edwards with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Now let's look at some numbers for Parsons. How he performed last season. Averaged about 13 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
Randolph passes to Allen. Now Daniels. Fades and shoots. And it's Spates with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
And Edwards slams it in.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Gasol passes to Allen. Here is Daniels. Gasol on the wing. Guarded by Jordan. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
Offensive rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Jordan's got his second bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
You have to give them credit for their defense here in the early stages. I mean, they've shown tremendous anticipation, on the same page as a unit defensively, especially on those block shots.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them. A low post specialist who also rebounds it well. Randolph really brings it, knows his strengths, and plays to him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Carter comes in for Parsons, and Mike Conley subbed in for Troy Daniels.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Wound up there for Allen.
You got to love the way Conley can run an offense, both in the half court and in transition. He's excellent.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 14-3 run right now. Edwards kicks to Pierce. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Outside Conley.
2 minutes.
Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Pass to Randolph. Shoots over Spates. Randolph can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 20. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And once he gets ahead of steam, clear the way because he is going all in.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for Memphis. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next one. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Now a timeout called by Memphis. Parsons checked in for Marc Gasol. Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. Andre Jordan is second.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
1:32 left to play in the first half. Here's Conley. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Personal foul.
And this is the right play by Conley, sticking with the motion and ensuring he gets to the line.
2 shots.
So he gets them both.
Knocking down your freebies can help you get in a rhythm and stay there.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 16-5 run here. Jordan against Randolph. Out to Edwards. Launches a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. That's 28 points for Champ.
The rare assist for Jordan. Good to see that he can drop a dime occasionally.
Conley, the pass to Allen. It's stolen by Edwards. Spates dishes to Jordan. Scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Allen passes to Randolph. Allen kicks to Conley. Parsons with a screen on Paul. And here's Conley outside. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Conley feeling it out. Pass to Randolph. Lays it up off the glass. Randolph's got 5.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
For 3, Edwards. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break. Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings.
Well, I think for Memphis, they're one of the teams we've hoped would figure it out. Things are clicking right now, and still early enough for them to make something happen.
The way they've melded together as a team, it's been impressive. And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Los Angeles Clippers.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. And that'll do it for half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Randolph passes to Conley. Gasol, a screen on Paul. Conley, it's rebounded by Jordan. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Spates with the basket on the assist from Edwards. Spates has got the first bucket of the third here for Los Angeles. Outside, Gasol. Pass to Allen. And it's blocked by Jordan. Pierce dishes to Edwards. And in the first 5 seasons after the NBA added the three-pointer, ranked teams averaged a little over 2 attempts per game. These days, it's over 24 attempts a game.
Yeah, the number of threes taken has skyrocketed in recent years. Where it ends, that is anybody's guess.
Pass to Gasol. Now here's Allen. Outside Conley. Clock at 6. Gasol, that's a 2-pointer. Nice shot from the wing. Gasol's got his first 2 points. Los Angeles has gone 6 of 10 from 3-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Edwards, that's good.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Randolph in the post. Spates there. Randolph can't hit.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
It's stolen by Carter. To the middle, looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And Gasol with the dunk.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Jordan finds Pierce. And here is Spates. Here's Jordan. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside Conley. Pass to Allen. Here's Gasol. Outside Conley. Now here's Randolph. Guarded by Spates. Out to Conley. Fires away from outside. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
And they were in the top 10 in field goal percentage. Really felt their players understood the value of a good shot, and the unselfishness was kind of contagious.
And Greg, with the defense they played last season, no opponent looked forward to playing them. You pointed it out. Teams did not shoot a high percentage against them. Chandler Parsons, he's checked in for Carter. Edwards with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
When you get a look that close in, it is a great possession.
The Clippers have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
It's stolen by Edwards. Down low, here's Pierce. Makes it off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Conley, the pass to Gasol. Now Allen. Edwards defending. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
Randolph dishes to Conley. Parsons outside. 6 on the shot clock. Wound up there for Allen, and Allen slams it in.
Oh, the connection, the timing of that pass, incredible.
2 minutes remain in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the third quarter. Here's Edwards. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Reedy's checked in for Memphis. Daniels comes in for Zach Randolph. Spates against Parsons. Reed a screen on Spates. Parsons for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Parsons got 6 points.
And capable of knocking it down from deep. Parsons, a ton of confidence in that jumper.
For 3, Edwards. Kicks it out to Paul. Pass to Pierce. For 3, Edwards. And that comes off the assist by Pierce. Pierce has got 3 assists now in this one. And it's Conley with the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Parsons on the wing. Reed a screen on Spates. Parsons passes to Reed. Outside Conley. Reed a screen. A shot. Conley's shot is off.
And if you're looking for the main reason that they're trailing in this game, well, look no further than his shooting. I mean, he has hit exactly 0% of his shots.
Edwards. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Out to Conley. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Reed a screen on Jordan. Parsons' shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
From deep three-point territory. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Clippers on top, opening up a huge gap. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Los Angeles has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Fades. Edwards. That's good. Edwards got 46 points.
You know, they're looking good, really good right now because of him. He sees this game by the throat, and he's squeezing hard.
Here's Davidson. Parsons outside. Over Pierce. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Inside. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
Parsons outside. This all setting the pick for Parsons. From outside, off the mark.
You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Left side, Edwards. Pass to Spates. Paul outside. Takes a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And here's Parsons. Gasol, a screen on Pierce. Parsons passes to Gasol. And it's blocked by Jordan. Paul outside. Pass to Pierce. Outside, Edwards. And finished off by by Edwards.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
So nice passing there by Memphis. Reed, a screen on Pierce. Parsons for three. Rebound by the Clippers. Jordan's got 11 rebounds in the game. It's good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Grizzlies have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter here, going 0 for 4 so far. Pass to Davidson. Parsons looking it over. Here's Davidson. Parsons outside. They need this one. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Davidson. Parsons outside. Gasol inside, guarded by Jordan. It's Gasol missing. Clippers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Edwards, good.
Great execution to get a look at the rim.
Memphis has gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Reed a screen. Parsons up top. Shot clock at 5.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Clippers ball. Substitution for your Grizzlies. Zach Randolph. Vince Carter. Tony Allen. Mike Conley.
And it's the Clippers ball. It's been 13 unanswered points for him. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it. No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got... penetrating to the cup, getting downhill. Wow.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Conley, the pass to Carter. Gasol with it. Outside Conley. Pass to Randolph. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. The Clippers shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Clippers.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the players.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Champ.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Now here is Conley. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Randolph. To stop the run. Back to Conley. To the paint. Here's Allen. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 2. Carter for 3. And that one is off. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You'd never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank Well, the weekend obviously is in full swing, and so is the NBA. Hey, thanks for joining. And here in the early going, Clark, with roles still being defined, what's the key, in your opinion, to earning your coach's trust?
Well, I think you've got to embrace your role, and then you also have to understand how you can impact winning for your team. If a coach thinks you give the team a better chance of winning games, you're going to find yourself on the floor.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket by Edwards.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Pierce against Leonard. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
You know, when you talk Kawhi Leonard, you start with his defense, and I don't know if there's a better wing defender around.
Leonard hits them both.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Outside, Edwards. Takes it inside, and he converts the layups. Edwards got his second basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Leonard. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And Spates gets it to go.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Green with a screen on Pierce. Here's Leonard. Buried from 15 feet out.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Outside, Edwards. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Pass to Aldridge. To the inside, Gasol. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
And this is where you feed Gasol. The deeper positioning he can get, the more aggressive he becomes.
Got that bucket in no time at all. That's 7 points for Champ.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Outside Aldridge. Pass to Leonard. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Paul with the bucket.
Paul, so good at finding ways to score down low despite his lack of overwhelming size. He's got great confidence when he catches it there.
And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. The Spurs second.
I guess time will tell if they can repeat that level of success from a year ago when they were one of the best long-distance shooting teams in the league.
Aldridge with it. Parker outside. Back to Aldridge. 5 on the clock. From 15 feet away, and it's Leonard missing.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
And Edwards with the stuff.
One step and go. His plan was to drive the whole time.
Spurs trail by 7. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Leonard on the wing, down low. Here's Gasol. No good, unable to end this run.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Green passes to Parker. Aldridge with it. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. On the wing, Green. Defended by Pierce. Here's Leonard. No good. Great D that time from Edwards.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Aldridge against space. San Antonio again missing. Clippers leading by 9. Here's Edwards. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And timeout is called by Greg Popovich. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Bertans, he's checked in for Gasol. Anderson comes in for Leonard. Ginobili's checked in for Green. And it's Mills in for Parker. And Mills kicks to Anderson. Aldridge with a screen on Pierce. Here's Anderson. Shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Paul Pierce.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Anderson, he's checked in for Paul Pierce.
Great atmosphere in this building tonight. The fans were primed for this game.
For 3, Edwards. Rebound, San Antonio. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Showing the strength inside to take the hit and finish.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Edwards got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Clippers. Spurs trail by 10. Mills passes to Bertans. And Mills kicks to Ginobili. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Edwards drives in. And Edwards slams it in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Pass to Ginobili. Now Bertans. Here's Aldridge. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
Pops it up for Jordan, and Jordan throws it down.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist, a big target with strength and bounce.
Leonard on the wing. Bertans sets the pick for Leonard. Oh, and he blocks Knocks it off the glass. Wow.
And another miss. Oof. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Bertans, a screen on Paul. Mills dishes to Leonard. The three goes down the hatch from Kawhi.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
For three, Edwards kept alive. No good from Spates.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Pass to Leonard. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Spates with the block. And that'll be San Antonio as it goes out of bounds. Spurs retain possession. And we've got a timeout from Greg Popovich. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And some changes here for the Spurs. Gasol's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Parker. No good on that one. Some solid D from Paul. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Parker. The rejection by Paul.
It's not the focus of his defensive game, but that time, Paul with the denial.
And Jordan throws it down.
Boy, they got a clean look there.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Parker outside. Gasol with it. And last season, teams averaged over 102 points a game, Greg, and that's the highest mark in over 2 decades. Do you see that trend continuing?
I hope so. I think the fans appreciate up-tempo, high-scoring games. It's just more fun to watch.
And Edwards with the stuff.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
Parker right side. Outside Gasol. 6 to shoot. Spates against Bertans. And it's Leonard missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Nice job working that ball inside, putting the onus on the defense.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws here for the night. A different look now for San Antonio. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Davis Bertans. And it's Green and for Ginobili. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Trailing by 19. Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
Terrific at just being aggressive. Aldridge excels at putting pressure on the D and getting the call.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Paul. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The tray. And there's Edwards on the assist by Paul. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Leonard. Aldridge with a screen on Anderson. Leonard against Anderson. Parker passes to Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Well, he's so good around the basket that he doesn't really need to throw it down. But sometimes Aldridge just has to take advantage of it.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Spurs trail by 18.
2 minutes.
Green finds Leonard. .149 left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6 from outside the arc. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Nailed from 3-point land. Edwards got 30.
Showing off the range, making the defense stand up and take note.
Parker looking over the floor. Aldridge against Spates. Back to Parker. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And Aldridge slams it in.
And Parker terrific in the pick and roll. Just creative in terms of getting his team good looks.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Parker. Pass to Aldridge. Leonard against Anderson. Leonard inside. Over Anderson. Leonard, no luck.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Edwards, that's good.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Ball against Parker. Pass to Leonard. Over Anderson. And the shot is long. Oh, he got it!
Nice cold.
He beats the buzzer!
Count it up.
Oh, big time shot!
How about that?
Woo.
Yo! You know, as crazy as that shot was, you almost had a premonition that it was going down.
And so it's Los Angeles, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We come back right after this.
Good to see you and welcome. A lopsided game through 2 quarters and a big deficit for the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, their defensive effort uninspiring, like Kenny's acting career.
Oh, okay. I'm not even going to go through the films that you in. Stay in your lane, brother. Stay in your lane.
All right, now, still early on, but let's check out the Western Conference standings.
Looking at San Antonio, they've looked okay early on, but it's going to take a lot of work to get this team to the next tier. Plenty of competition ahead of them and not much room for error.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Aldridge can't get it to go.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because it got his attempt away from the defender, but the touch was poor.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's 36 points for Champ.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Aldridge can't get it to go.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Here's Jordan. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jordan's got 8.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for San Antonio. Green with a screen on Paul. Parker outside and stolen by Spates. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And here's Edwards from the arc. Rebound San Antonio. Now Parker hasn't made one yet. Green with a screen for Parker. Shot to stop the run. Aldridge trying to break free.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out there.
And Edwards with the stop.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Oh, that's how you drive your point home right there.
He's lucky to get away with that, though, guys. I mean, it could have earned him a technical for hanging on too long.
Parker passes to Aldridge. Leonard inside, defended by Anderson. Gasol, a screen on Paul. To the paint, and stolen by Jordan. Now the Clippers moving it up. That's good from Paul on the assist by Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight. Spurs have gone 0-4 from the field in the second half. Yet to find the mark. Now here's Parker. Left side, Leonard. Good D by Anderson.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball. Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Leonard. To the middle. Spates with the block.
You know, scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Bangs home the trifecta. Edwards got 44.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Anderson against Leonard. Aldridge with a screen on Anderson. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Edwards, good.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
They need to stop this run.
You know what, Kev? I think it's time to switch some things up, either by going to your bench or with a different look defensively to disrupt their rhythm.
Here's Parker, and he makes that one. Parker's got his first points of the game.
And that's just an all-star caliber move off the dribble by Parker that ultimately creates the shot. His quickness with the ball really nearly unparalleled.
Fade away, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Edwards got 48.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Outside Aldridge. Pass to Green. Gasol, a screen on Edwards. Green taking his time here. 5 to shoot. Aldridge kicks to Leonard over Anderson. Gasol passes to Aldridge. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Anderson finds Edwards. 46 seconds left to play in the third. And another one falls. Amazing.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Parker against Paul. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The tight space quickness of Tony Parker really allows him to challenge that interior defense.
And the Spurs with some changes. Davis Bertans checks in for Gasol. Kyle Anderson comes in for Leonard. And Ginobili subbed in for Danny Green. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Pierce has checked in. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jordan against Aldridge. Jordan kicks to Paul. Floats one. Jordan dishes to Pierce. And here's Edward. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, able to put on a show for the ages. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And it's Paul with the ball for the Clippers. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
You know, in so many ways, Paul Pierce is just remarkable. I mean, his skill level is so high. I mean, he can outsmart defenders and really has the mechanics to score the ball from anywhere.
Pierce hits 2.
One thing you really love about this guy is how hard he works to be reliable. I mean, he wants his team to know they can always count on him.
Bertans, a screen on Paul. Up top, Mills, defended by Paul. Releases. Paul with the defensive effort. The Clipper shooting has been wild, 76%. That's just unbelievable. It's Edwards on the wing. And he banks in the layup. Edwards got 55.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Outside Leonard. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Shots good by Mills.
Boy, there's that hair trigger release on Patty Mills. No hesitation. Catch, shoot, mark it up.
Outside, Pierce. And it's Paul, top the key. Back to Pierce. Pass to Paul. Outside, Pierce. Lobbed up there for Edwards. Ginobili with the steal. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Shot on the wing. Mills can't hit.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Monday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Detroit Pistons. And then on Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Portland Trail Blazers.
And looking at the Minnesota matchup, that will be game number 10 for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things. Should be a fun one.
Parker's checked in for Patty Mills. Bertans sets the pick for Parker. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Looking for Bertans. He gets it there. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Leonard. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Edwards, good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Leonard looking over the floor. Ginobili outside from past the arc. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Edwards. Yet another bucket.
And he's inching closer to the mark of 4th most 60-point games ever.
It is so rare to see a player who can dominate a matchup as often as he has in his career. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And the Spurs with some changes. Gasol's checked in for Davis Bertans. Aldridge comes in for Anderson. And it's Green in for Ginobili. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Parker outside. To the paint. Here's Leonard. The Clippers grab the miss. Inside, Edwards. And got it! Another basket.
And he's nearing the single-game franchise record in scoring.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history to boot. Green with a screen on Paul. Ball against Parker. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Now the Clippers with it. They're on a 12-3 run right now. And here's Edwards. Good! Another from 3.
He's now set the team record for most threes in a game. Unreal.
And a lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure, he's positive the next one's going to go in. Outside Aldridge. This all setting the pick for Aldridge. Over Spates. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. From downtown, connects again from distance.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single.
And again for 3.
There it is.
No, let's go.
Puts him at the top of the record books.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. Pass to Green. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Edwards, no good. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Parker outside. Back to Green. No good from outside. Edwards against Green. And another one falls.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. In this game, we'll see the Detroit Pistons. It's the new season clock officially underway. What are you most excited about as we go into this new season?
Yeah, I'm always looking forward, Kevin, to which players make the big jumps from year to year. We hear all the time about players putting in the time and work during the offseason. Now we get to see which ones have really done that.
Morris against Pierce. Spate sets a screen for Pierce. 4 on the clock. Here's Edwards. Here's Jordan. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pass to Drummond. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Paul with the defensive effort. Edwards inside. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Off target at the rim. And they're on the break. Launches it. Second chance shot. And Marjanovic with the layup.
Second chance points. They can decide games.
Edwards looking it over. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Jackson kicks to Morris. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release.
For 3, Edwards hands it from downtown. Edwards got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
With the step back, Jackson, and it's sent back by Spates. They recover it, and the basket is good. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. For 3, Edwards. The rebound by Marjanovic. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Caldwell Pope pass to Jackson. Now Drummond. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Pass to Morris. Denied! Pierce with the block.
Excellent anticipation that time by Pierce. Was right on top of that shot.
And how about the work in transition? You can see how opportunistic he is once the break is on.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. And the Pistons making a change here. Harris is checked in. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Champ.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Pass to Marjanovic. Caldwell Pope with it. Here's Harris. Real disappointing game for him in that loss to Denver. Fires the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Jackson against Paul. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jackson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Good work there as it goes.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Outside Jackson. Lobbed up there for Drummond and stolen by Spates.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
The rare assist for Jordan. Good to see that he can drop a dime occasionally.
And here's Jackson. He has yet to score. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. Over Edwards. Detroit, no good that time either.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
He gets it in there.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. A different look here for Detroit. Morris is checked in for Marjanovic. Reggie Bullock comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Udrich in for Reggie Jackson. Pass to Bullock. Harris a screen on Edwards. Here's Bullock. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Los Angeles leading by 11. Left side, Edwards. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first. And good that time.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Bounce pass from Morris. Udrich scanning the 4. Shoots the 3. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 4 rebounds in this game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Clippers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. First free throw is good. And Edwards drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Pass to Harris. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Clippers lead by 15. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And this last summer, the salary cap went up $24 million, Greg. By far a league record. That's led to a lot of spending by these teams.
Yeah, that's right. And the cap spike allowed the Warriors to sign KD. Lots of other free agents got paid as well. Some mid-tier guys got some of those A-list contracts. We'll see how those deals look in the next year or two.
Outside, Pierce. Pass to Edwards. And Reggie Bullock gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Edwards, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
And both free throws good for Spates.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Harris setting the pick for Morris. Hits the three-point bomb. Morris has got his second bucket tonight.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time. He's cooled down a little
little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Now Udrih. No scoring in this one. Harris dishes to Udrih. Baines a screen on Pierce. Udrih for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Pistons trail by 12. To the inside. Edwards with the block. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. The 3. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooter.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Marjanovic checked in for Aaron Baines, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Marcus Morris. Here's Udrih, defended by Paul. Fires, high post. Detroit, no good that time either. Clippers leading by 15. And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Jackson against Edwards. Takes the 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Kevin, you can understand the shot selection. I mean, he wanted to go back at him and just came up short on the triple. Let's make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Harris outside. Out to the right wing. Harris a screen on Paul. Udrih. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
It's stolen by Edwards. And he lays it straight in.
Hustle being rewarded that time for Paul Pierce. Excellent execution on the break.
And here's Udrih bringing it up for the Pistons. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it'll be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a filling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with. You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. And he's been absolutely relentless.
On the wing, Harris. Back to Udrih. Down low. Can they get it? Jackson misses.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Caldwell Pope comes in for Beno Udrih. 1:31 left in the first half. Pass to Drummond. Harris against Pierce. Back to Drummond. 6 on the shot clock. High, arcing shot. Jordan with some nice D.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Edwards. That was something to see.
My goodness.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Detroit making a switch here. Morris is checked in. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Here's Caldwell Pope. Great D that time from Edwards.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And the shot goes down. Edwards got 33 points.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Drummond trying to get himself free. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Edwards trying to... Oh, what a play!
Exceptional creativity on that finish.
Jackson looking it over. Here's Caldwell Pope. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western Conference is shaking out so far.
Checking out Los Angeles. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy here in this early part of the season, at least. And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Detroit Pistons.
They're getting destroyed inside. I'm pretty sure even Kenny could get a layup on them right now.
Shaq, I'd get a layup on you every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, my pick and roll game was just phenomenal.
Thank you for being with us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Caldwell Pope right side. Jordan with the steal.
Good steal, Jordan.
Here's Spates. And the let's
go.
By Spates.
We're time 14.
You know DeAndre Jordan is a shot blocker, but that time he got out and got a steal on the defensive end.
Agreed.
Jackson with it. Nothing on the board. Morris with a screen on Paul. Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
14-16.
Jackson's got
3 assists for a block.
Caldwell Pope is very comfortable near the rim, cashing in from there.
Here's Edwards, and he uses the glass on the
1-16. Let's go. Let's go.
37.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now,
The three.
especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Jackson dishes to Morris.
Let's go.
Back to Jackson. 3-pointer. Drops in the tray.
Oh, what are you doing? Fucking use the
Jackson's got
screen.
himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Textbook use of the pick and roll by Jackson, disrupting the defense and getting himself a look.
You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Hold on, that's it.
Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. Back to Caldwell Pope. Outside Jackson. To the paint. Here's with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. Lobbed up there for Edwards.
Let's go. Put one at team.
Alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Jackson. over Paul.
That's all. Good D.
Rebound by the Clippers.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Oh, not
Pass
just my
to
threes.
Morris. Back to Jackson. Marjanovic with a screen for Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. For 3, Edwards drills the
Let's go. Finally, 24-19. Let's go.
Edwards got 42 in the game.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He
Let's
wants
go.
it, and
Let's
he's
hurry.
coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Jackson passes to Morris.
Good
Offline
D.
with his 3. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third.
Let's go. Put smart relief right here. 26-19. Let's go.
Now here's Jackson.
My three.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you
Good
can
call.
see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Tobias Harris comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Udrich in for Jackson.
And that's really just not heads-up basketball. Don't try a fadeaway when nobody's guarding you.
Third quarter. 2 minutes.
Harris a screen on Paul. Harris, right side. Will it go? Edwards
Good D.
with the block. Jordan passes to Paul. No one near Edwards as he lets it
Let's
go.
go.
And a
Good
great
coming,
assist
Paul.
by Paul as that one goes
It's
in.
9-19. Let's go.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Harris
D.
misses. And so Edwards will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Since halftime, they've only allowed
Don't
5
force it.
points.
Don't force it.
Plays it up and
Okay,
puts
Garvin.
it in.
6-19.
Edwards got 49 points in the game.
Every time they get scored on during
For
this
three.
run, it's come from inside the paint.
50 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Drummond, and he makes the 8-footer.
Bates got to block
True
it.
center. A throwback
6-19.
center. Drummond is not a guy who jacks up threes. Andre wants to eat inside.
Edwards inside. Harris
Good
is
one.
there.
Good 13-1.
Edwards, good. Edwards got 16 here in the second half.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to Harris. And here is Drummond. Back to Harris. Shoots.
That's all. Good D.
Clock winding down.
Good crowd
and
aboard.
Drummond
63
with the
from three.
jam.
Nothing soft about
Good
the
cross, cross.
putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to
That's
put a
all.
body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Going in the third quarter
So
with
it's
it.
the Los Angeles Clippers sitting at a lead of 40 points at the end of the quarter. Terrific play.
Looking for quarter. Get it up.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. LA's on 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Here's Edwards. And yep, another basket. He's
Good three.
been absolutely
35-23.
ridiculous
Let's
in this
go.
game.
You get
Well,
the
who quarter
sense
gets dub?
he
My
just
three.
can't miss.
Harris outside. Smith kicks to Bullock. Pistons passing it around. Here's Udrich. Clock at 6. Pass to Baines.
That's all.
He can't
Good
hit
D.
that time. Jordan with some nice D.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the
Let's go.
backboard.
6
thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken
For three.
control on the glass.
Smith on the wing. Bain sets the pick for Smith.
Good
He is
D.
held in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. They grab their own miss. Pass to Spates. Outside Edwards. Goes back up. Detroit with the
God.
rebound. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Here's Udrich, defended by Paul.
Oh, it's a layup. On 3.
Here's Harris. The
Good D.
Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Now here's Edwards. He's guarded by Bullock.
Finally.
That
6, 9, 2,
one
3.
goes. Count it.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
For
And you know,
3.
it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Pass to Udrich. Smith with a screen on Paul. Back to Bullock. Now Smith on the wing. Harris. Bullock dishes to Smith. Fades away.
Let's go.
The
Good D.
rebound by Pierce. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the
Free
break.
throw. Let's go.
Strong work inside to force that call.
Personal foul. First team.
And the first one at the line is good. So Detroit ends up going with the new group. And Edwards drops it.
7, 1, 2, 3.
Here's Jackson.
For 3.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Morris with the screen for Jackson. Shot is good.
Good D,
Off
bro.
the back rim
7, 1,
and
10,
in.
5.
Can't give Jackson any airspace from there because he's going to make you pay.
And here is Paul. And he finishes nicely.
7, 3, 25. Let's go.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim,
For
no
3.
wonder you're losing.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Paul against Jackson. Drummond with a screen on Paul. Pass to Drummond. 6 to shoot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jordan. So it's the Pistons now. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Jackson.
Let's go.
It's really
Good D.
come apart for him here in the second half.
Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And the
Let's go.
dunk by
25,
Jordan.
25. Let's go.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
For
Yeah,
3.
offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Jackson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Morris with a screen on Paul. Jackson against Paul. Shoots from the high post.
Let's go.
Here's Marjanovic. And that's good. A nice
25,
job on the
27.
glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect.
Oh, my
All
God.
his second chance points do not come by accident.
Edwards with the block.
Grab it.
Here's Paul.
Free throw.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
3, 1, 4 there, Paul.
Chris Paul so good at working for his point.
Within touches
Even
of
if the
line.
defense is on his back,
7,
challenging,
8, 27. Let's
he still finds a way to finish.
go. Let's go.
1:52 left to play in the final quarter.
Oh.
Caldwell Pope against Edwards. Pass to Jackson for the 3. It's hauled
D.
in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And Maurice
Let's
makes
go.
the bucket
80.
on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
And with the
For 3.
lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If
Let's
it's
go.
working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And so they win their first game against this squad.
It's a
2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time. Only have to do it one more time.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Champ.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Jackson against Paul. They need this. No good there. Great D that time from Jordan. Spates kicks to Pierce. Over Morris. And that one off the back of the in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Jackson passes to Caldwell Pope. Morris finds Caldwell Pope on the wing. Jackson over Paul. Jackson misses.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, get some easy ones.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Champ.
No, got 50 crew plays again. Who was 4-4? It was 7. Going home. Oh, I'm going to watch the word face and watch for the end of the season.
You've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these.
Sometimes
it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Now here's Paul.
What's that?
Banked in off the glass.
Boy, a tough, gritty, smart point guard. Paul isn't at all intimidated by a little contact.
For 3.
McCollum against Edwards. Plumlee with a screen on Edwards. McCollum passes to Plumlee. Edwards with the block.
Help.
States with it. Now defended by McCollum.
Jordan, let's go. 4 out. Let's go.
There's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
Lillard left side. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And here's McCollum for 3. Here's Azili.
Grab it.
And no good.
D.
Excellent D there from Pierce. Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Azili. And he stays with it. Pass to Jordan. Now Spates. Turner covering. 6 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Lillard. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Talk about a guy who can beat you consistently from all 3 levels. That's Damian Lillard.
And the slam dunk by Spates.
He seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
For Portland, they've gone just 1 4 to get this game started. And Plumlee kicks to Lillard. Plumlee with a screen on Paul. Here's Lillard. Great D that time from Jordan.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Pierce for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Not 2.
With his 3-point shooting ability, Pierce can play either 3 or stretch you out from the 4 spot. And that's part of what makes him so valuable.
So timeout call here, the first for Portland. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at New Orleans. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Clippers leading by 7. Here's Spates, and the slam dunk by Spates.
Up by 9, 1-2.
How many different guys can throw it down in this league?
Here's Lillard.
For 3.
We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The shot's good from Paul.
13-2.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's McCollum.
For 3.
A solid outing against Phoenix. Pass to Lillard. To the middle. Here's Azili. And it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
Uses the glass.
Let's go. 15-2.
Now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Clippers.
Their defense has been so
got the lead. We're scoring 0 points. Let's go.
Wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Trying to get something going, and he lays it up and in.
15-4. Good play. 15-4.
And it's Paul with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins. And looking for number 8 tonight.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Like to see a player not afraid to embrace physical play and get to the line.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws here tonight for the Trailblazers. Pollard, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Fox comes in for Plumlee, and Elliott subbed in for Turner.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now here's McCollum. Scoreless thus far. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Let's briefly take a look at the stats for Paul. Great showing for him last season. Put up about 19 points a game, 10 assists, and just over 2 steals. And you look at his gaudy steal numbers defensively, he makes his presence felt on every possession.
And you know what I like about it, because he gets great position and uses those quick, strong mitts of his to rip the ball out.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And he makes
Let's
good on
go.
the way.
Come on, forward.
Paul's got 6.
And the skill, the athleticism of Chris
For
Paul
three.
shoots up the floor on a one-man mission.
Fox a screen on Paul. Here's McCollum.
That's off.
That misses off the back.
D.
Los Angeles leading by 17. It's Pierce with the drive, and the shot is
Let's
good.
go. 1, 3, 4.
He's got 5.
For smart leader.
Playing intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
For 3.
Forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Elliott against Pierce to end the run.
That's off.
Elliott
The D.
misses. And it's the Clippers' ball. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And that one, they owned
Oh,
the
look at that
backcourt.
pass.
Most second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
From deep. And the 3 ball is good. Lillard's got
37.
his second bucket of the game to go.
Tell you what, doesn't matter whether he's on the move or standing still, Leonard is a flat-out laser shooter.
Paul can't get it to go.
That's off. Going in front in the
So
first
it's
quarter
Los
here.
Angeles in command with a 16-point lead as the
So it's a
buzzer
second
sounds.
story where he's still going to have
Their
to horn. Let's
transition
go.
game has. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one.
For 3.
And quite a
What's the
position
second
here for the
story?
Clippers to
Somewhere.
be in. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
That's off.
5 on the clock. No one covering. Lillard's got
With
the
the world.
opening basket here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers.
The spark ball. 29.
Won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Kicks it out to Paul from the arc. And it's
Let's go.
good. Assisting on the play was
That's his
Jordan.
9. Let's go.
Jordan's got his 3rd assist on the night.
For 3.
Pass to Elliott. Now Connaughton. And the 3
The
off
D.
target. Edwards with it. Lillard picks him up. And the foul called on Edwards.
Oh, God.
That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Paul against Lillard. Pass to Elliott. Here's Nat. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Fox with the screen for Lillard. From deep three-point land. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Lillard is lethal as a shooter, even from way downtown.
Pierce for 3. They get it back. Jordan kicks to Pierce. Paul for 3. It's good from long range.
So not 12. Quick for a bit. Quick for a throw.
In the second now for the Clippers.
Oh, he gets rid of it so quickly. Excellent passing ability.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Justice is Ely. He's jacked in for Portland. Turner comes in for Fox. Some wondered if the NBA would adjust the age requirements, Greg. Ultimately, no changes were made.
And overall, it's made the league better. Maybe down the line they can revisit the topic, but as it stands, it has been a huge success for our league.
Lillard against Paul. Lillard, right side, over Paul.
Focus of his defensive game, but that time, Paul with the denial.
Clippers leading by 17. Pass to Pierce. They double up Pierce. The kick out to Spates. Paul left side. Here's Pierce. No good off the front iron.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Strong move inside sends him to the strike.
It's his first trip to the line. He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pierce for three. Jordan passes to Pierce. Lets it go from deep. Fires for three. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan.
13.
Jordan's got 4 assists in the game.
And Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
An incredible 6'11" athlete. DeAndre Jordan tries to own the rim on both ends. It's his airspace when he's out there.
So for the Trailblazers, Plumlee comes in for Elliott. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Pat Connaughton. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Plumlee with a screen on Edwards. McCollum. And Plumlee gets it to go on the assist by McCollum. Plumlee's got his first basket.
Smart pass by C.J. McCollum. I mean, he's got an eye for dropping dimes.
Here's Edwards. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's McCollum. Still yet to score. Now Lillard.
2 minutes remaining.
To the inside. And Plumlee kicks to McCollum. Off target from 3-point range.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Jordan. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Cullen passes to Lillard. We've got 1:18 left here in the second. Pass to Plumlee. Azili trying to break free. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Portland making a change here. Connaughton's checked in. Clippers leading by 23. Edwards passes to Space. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And the slam dunk by Space.
40-15, let's go.
The one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Edwards with the block. And he gets it back. Azili screen. Here's Turner. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Pierce with it. Picked up by Turner. For 3, Edwards. And they get it back.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
McCollum against Paul. Here's Azili. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Clippers on top as they end the second quarter with an energy burst, a 19-6 run. 2K Sports, and we'll be back in a moment here at Staples. center.
Thanks for joining us. And first off, let's take a look at the players of the week. For the Western Conference, Champ.
Well, we could give you plenty of highlights, but a lot of substance too. He's moving the needle for his team.
And normally I do favor the big man, but I will admit he's worth the price of admission.
When was the last time you paid to get in a game?
I pay all the time with my face.
Now let's talk about that lopsided first half. Obviously a lot of work to do for the Portland Trail Blazers.
They have to lock it down defensively. Giving up great shots is a great way to lose a game.
And if you're disruptive at that end, it creates transition offense. I'm telling you, that's where you get the easy looks.
And that'll do it for halftime.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And it's Lillard missing. And Los Angeles guys shooting so well, 63.
Has his hands in every cookie jar. Paul with a little extra sugar.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They host the Kings after this game, and that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Here now, the Clippers. Here he goes, and the slam dunk by Spates.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Shoots over Spates. Portland again missing.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Edwards, and the layup is good. Edwards got 8.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And it's Lillard missing.
Well, an awful beginning to this half, guys, missing their first 4 attempts.
And then Pierce with the dunk.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Pass to Lillard. Inside, poked loose, and stolen by Spates. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. Good, and Paul.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Lillard against Paul. Knocks it loose. Lillard outside. Looking to end the run. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And this offense needed that one after 4 misses to start the half.
Paul for 3. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Paul against Lillard. To the paint. And now the Clippers on the break. And Edwards with the stuff.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
And Plumlee kicks to McCollum. Plumlee sets the pick for McCollum. Tries to the hoop. It's rebounded by Paul.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Here's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here's Lillard, and Jordan sends it back. And then Pierce with
This one 18.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
And the slam dunk by States.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
And here's Edwards from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Collin passes to Lillard. 1:21 left to play here in the third. Portland needs to get off a shot. 2 on the clock. Turner for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after Paul for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
McCollum against Edwards. McCollum looking it over. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 15 here tonight.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Edwards with the block.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
That's a battle inside, and through all the contact, he's able to finish that one.
Lillard with it. Plumlee with a screen on Paul. Lillard from outside. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all over already. Los Angeles on top, running away with it. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Elliott. Here's Pollard. He's defended by Jordan. The shot's good from Pollard.
Looking confident and ferocious inside.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
A 3-pointer is right on target.
Edwards
got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for the Clippers. Pass to Connaughton. Lillard against Paul. Back to Connaughton. Lillard outside. Over Paul. Jordan with the rebound. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from 3-point land to start the 4th quarter. And a slam dunk by Spates.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Here's Elliott. Off target with his 3. The Clippers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the... Oh, that was terrific!
punched it down with authority. That's how you get your team going.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
You have to reward the big fella when he runs like this. DeAndre Jordan able to leak out and finish in transition.
Jordan's gotten everything to go for him. 5 attempts, 5 makes. Pass to Elliott. To halt the run, DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. The Clippers have gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Elliott. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Pierce. And Jordan gets it to go.
3, let's go.
Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Elliott. Knocked loose. All up top, covered by Lillard. And Paul slams
Another 1, 2, 3, let's go.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Lillard with the bucket.
So effective in the catch and shoot is Lillard. You give him an inch, and he's taking much more than that.
They double up Pierce. Here's Paul. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got assist number 8 now. On the
3.
Paul against Lillard. The rejection by
The D.
Paul. Here's Edwards driving inside. And the layup's good off the glass. Edwards got 17 points here in the second half.
Good game.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Clippers?
A 3.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
And I love the fact they kept the pressure on, really pushing that ball, running it up the floor. I love seeing that. A team staying aggressive even when they're playing well.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Pass to Connaughton. Back to Lillard. And here is Connaughton. Fox a screen on Edwards. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. Dominating
Game.
Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that. And man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year. Oh!
1, 2, 4, let's go.
Mercy, mercy me.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Elliott against Edwards. Elliott kicks to Connaughton. Shot clock at 6. Elliott passes to Lillard. Over Paul. And it's Lillard missing.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Yes, that goes in.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Pass to Lillard. Trying to end the drought. He doesn't hit that one.
and not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And, boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks.